Let's go back to the phone lines. Talk to Sarah in Virginia, listening on the web. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Hank. It's so nice to talk to you. So I have a question about Satan. I feel like he's a bit different in the Old Testament, or I guess our understanding of him seems different in the Old Testament and the New Testament. And how would Jews view Satan as opposed to Christians? I guess I kind of want to know the evolution of how we got to how we think of him today.
Well, I don't think that there's an evolution of Satan between the Old and the New Testament. I think that what's important is reading the Old Testament with the magnifying glass of the New Testament writers in your hand. So they give you an understanding of what's going on in terms of the devil's prowess and his power in the Old Testament. So all of that's contextualized by the New Testament writers. But if you look at the whole panoply of Scripture, what is the devil and who are demons? Well, in the beginning, God created angelic beings. They're non-corporeal, they're non-physical beings. Those beings fell. When I say those beings fell, I don't mean the entirety of them fell, but a third of them fell along with Satan. And that's how we have demons to begin with. And so you see demons seeking to thwart the purposes and the will of God at the very advent of the creation of humanity in the garden. And thus, when Adam and Eve are ascending the paradisical mountain, the devil stops them, as it were, at the tree of knowledge and gets them to consent to trying to be gods, not on God's term, but on their own term. You will be like God, knowing the difference between good and evil. So their dependence becomes a dependence on the power of evil, a dependence on themselves rather than a dependence of God. Now that theme is played out not only within the context of the Old Testament, but it is also fortified for us within the context of the New Testament. So there's no evolution whatsoever in the devil himself.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
You're welcome.